Oh, this is going to be fun, I can tell you already. It is one of St. Louis's most well-known law firms, and now the men behind Brown & Crouppen, whose names, oddly enough, are Brown & Crouppen. They're here to tell us how they managed to build this company over the last 30 years plus. So joining us now, without further ado, Mr. Ron Brown and Mr. Terry Crouppen. Good morning to both of you, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I will say welcome back to Terry,
yes,
to you, Mr. Brown, I will say, frankly, there was some wagering going on the second floor as to whether or not you even existed. You need to stop letting Terry hog all the spotlight.
I've been asked, are you still practicing? Did you die? You know, things like that.
That's the people asking you to your face.
Yes.
Did you die?
Yes.
Well, you know, when he did die, we cut his head off, and we just put it on a new body.
So,
and by the way, Matt, you look incredible today.
Mr. Brown, frankly, you could take some lessons from Mr. Crouppen.
He's a very good compliment.
Thank you. Well, he is. Yeah. Well, and that brings me to an interesting point. You guys, I don't know if you know this or not. You probably do. But there's folks at the law firm that call you the odd couple. And instead of asking which one is Felix and which one is Oscar, let me offer this little tidbit. I found this very interesting. In one of the trade magazines, trade newspapers back in '09, Ron was awarded Best Managing Partner, which seems like an esteemed and astute, a very prestigious award. Terry that same year was awarded Best Lawyer to Sit Next to at a Law Event.
That's true.
Does that pretty much tell us everything we need to know?
I think you've got it.
So there was a decision, obviously, I think, at some point, to have Terry sort of be the public face, and Ron, I get the impression that you're the guiding hand behind the scenes.
Yeah, we early on after we merged, that was a big decision to make. But he's obviously good. He's the face man, and he's done a superb job in that role. And then I think our talent's one. I'm good at running the office and managing the office with his help. With Ed and Andy Crouppen also, and so it's a nice split of responsibilities, and we blend well.
So you said when we merged, there was a point where you were practicing separately, and then you came together. When was that?
That was back in 1923.
23. Wow. The printing press was brand new.
It's been 85 years.
I remember we met on the Hindenburg. We were going to Germany, and we got off right before the fireworks.
Good for you guys. Good timing.
Actually, it was 1979.
Okay.
And he came. We talked about merging, and it was it was a big. That was probably the area of time that had made the biggest decision I've ever made in my life. Do we do this or not do this? And I weighed the options and thought, you know, with his blend of skills and my skill set, it would be a perfect marriage. And of course, 32 years later, you know, we're still doing this.
Look, come here, look. 32 beautiful years.
How many marriages last 32, or how many law firms last 32?
That's a good question, and lawyers know.
I must say one more thing. The final tipping point was his humor. So I knew him back in the days at Mizzou, and his humor, I figured, would add 5 years to my life if I could be around it, because I could be pretty intense and focused when I'm at work, and so that really was probably the tipping point at that point.
Perfect blending.
When we met, he was rushing me for the fraternity. He was, and we belonged to the same fraternity in college.
No kidding.
Yeah. So we go way back.
Well, obviously, you guys are knee-deep in some ugly stuff day in and day out, but it's nice to know that at your office, you have the ability to have a little fun. We have some photographs that your staff sent over. I don't even know if you're aware of this, but now, see, this is the serious Ron and Terry here. They're dudded up in their Sunday best right there. They're looking good. But then we also have, Ron, you want to tell me what's happening here? What is that?
I'm a big fan of Elvis.
Really?
Yes. So for my birthday several years ago, they brought in this Elvis impersonator who was just unbelievably good. And I was just having a ball. I mean, it was superb. It was just wonderful.
Well, you know, you're a trusted name around town, obviously, and not just around here, but it's good to know that you can add levity when it's needed. Very nice to meet you.
It was nice
to meet you. And Terry,
Matt.
nice to see you again.
Good seeing you, Matt.
You can let him out a little more often. It's fine. He did a great job. If you have a legal question for Brown and Crouppen, and I mean literally Mr. Brown or Mr. Crouppen, you can email us at greatday@kmov.com, and we will make sure they get it.